is our 8th annual Tradiciones event. Before we start our award ceremony, I want to thank and introduce some of our guests tonight. I want to thank Nick Branchell, wherever Nick's at, and his trio, Rio Grande, that will be performing tonight. I want to thank Christy from the El Monte and all her folks for doing a great job. They put on a great spread. Thank you, Christy. She's over here. Lovely place. And thank you all for coming. As Henry VIII said to each one of his 6 wives, I promise I won't keep you long tonight. Just kidding. It's hard to believe that it's been over 8 years since we started the tradition at the Taos News. Over these past 8 years, we've had the privilege of recognizing 84 citizens of this community. People who have stood out, not just because of sheer talent or grand actions, but people who have honored our culture just by the way they live their daily lives. We refer to these guests as unsung heroes. At the Taos News, we believe the preservation of the sacred fires of tradition and culture is a responsibility of those who benefited the most. All of us in this room. This year, we are blessed again with the talent of Tony La Jolla, creator of the coveted Glass Bearer Award bestowed upon our guest tonight. It's more than appropriate that Tony believes that his creation invokes the energies of protection, wisdom, and strength. Our guest invokes these same qualities in our community. And wherever Tony's at, I'd like him to stand up and raise his hand. Where you at, Tony? There he is. Tony did these wonderful bears for us. And at this time, I'd like to take the opportunity to introduce our committee who nominated our 9 Unsung Heroes and our Citizen of the Year. If they could stand up, or if they're not standing up, or they could raise their hand. Elizabeth Critton Palacios. Jake Mossman Jr. Albino Martinez. Trish Hernandez. Karina Santisteban. Ernie Atencio. There's Ernie. Stella Mars McGinnis. Where's Stella? Where you at? Oh, there she is. Stella's been on the focus group for 8 years now, or 7 years, close to that. We appreciate her, everything she's done for the group. Eloy Gentet. Where's Eloy? Eloy was our 2nd Citizen of the Year. Ruben and Teresa Martinez. Kathleen Cornbridger Michaels. Kathleen here. Maria Reyna. And Francis Cordova. I know Francis is here. Where's Francis? He's probably got, he's short like me in the back. Tonight we honor 9 treasures of Taos. I'm quite certain that we've never yet to honor such a diverse group of heroes. Heroes that include a native, a teacher that happens to be the father of one of last year's honorees, a puppeteer, and a 5th generation descendant of the Spanish explorers. Tonight is much more than recognizing heroes in the current light. It's about maintaining the flame of tradition, with our eyes fixed on the future. It's all about our children's children. The unique qualities of our community we live in is only as long as we honor them. The richness of our heritage has been entrusted in us to protect. We are the stewards of the sacred gift. It is our responsibility to pass it on to our children. We must teach them about the treasure that will someday be their responsibility to carry on. That being said, let tonight serve as a spark to unite the hero in all of us. May the passion that is in this room at this very moment inspire us to do one thing daily to honor tradition that someday we may all become unsung heroes. In closing, I'd like to quote a blessing from honoree Mike L. Dear Concha. He gave it at April powwow. It's intended for the people of the Taos Pueblo, but I think it's appropriate for tonight's event. Whether you live on the tribal land or in a city, live as a native and don't forget where you came from. Take pride and take care of your families. Blessings to you from the Great Spirit. I'm not sure if Mike made it tonight, but I love this quote. It's fabulous. I'd like to turn it over now to Virginia Clark. Of all the employees at the Taos News, Virginia's worked harder on this section than anybody else. She's our special sections editor, and she's done a fabulous job with it.
nervous, so I'm going to read a lot of this, okay? Now, we're doing something different this year. Normally, we only have a celebration for the Unsung Heroes, but we found in the past that all of our people in all of our 3 sections, besides Heroes, they deserve mention. And they gave me like 5 minutes. Okay, because we only have an hour to go through all of this. So, anyway, we have the Heroes section, we have Leyendas, which is Legends of Taos, we have Artes, and we have Raíces. So Jean Maillet is on the cover of the Legends of Taos, and I think you all know who Jean is. He's probably the heart and soul of Taos now. So Jean, would you like to raise your hand, say hello?
I came here some 51 years ago. I loved it, and I still love it. And gracias al pueblo de Taos. I love the people in Taos, that's why I want to stay on. God helping many, many more years.
Thank you, Jean. If you want to know why he's on a surfboard on the Rio Grande, you're going to have to pick up the Tradiciones that you're going to get tonight. Okay, so I don't think I saw Dave Hahn. He's also in the Leyendas section. He broke world records and broke his own world record, and he's been nominated for the major sportsman of the year. So he is also a legend of Taos. And we made a good mention of the late Tom Brownell from Jazz Legends of the Taoski Valley, and that's a really wonderful story. Then on the cover of Raíces is Judy Esquivel. Judy. 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 I'm pretty sure you all know that Judy runs Taos. The mayor thinks he does, but Judy takes care of everything from the Halloween over at the town center to everything at the Taos Youth and Family Center, and she interfaces with every organization in Taos, as far as I can tell. So she's pretty amazing and deserves to be on the cover. Then also in Raíces we have some very famous families, I think, long-term. Dennis Santesteban, the Friday Motors family, Chavi Peterson, the history detective Alberto Vidaure, and Rodarte activist Gloria Maestas, and our library angel, Vivienne Baum. She's here. Vivienne, all you guys can stand up and say hi. The third section is the Artes, and it covers people who are in the arts, people who are artists, or the kinds of arts that we have here. And the cover of the Artes section is Patsy Schumacher, who is a lifelong supporter of the arts, and she's sitting right here. We would probably, I'm very sure, we would not have the fall arts anymore, because it was about to go down the drain, and she stepped up and orchestrated kind of a miracle. So thank you very much. Okay. One other person who is here that is in the Artes section is Bill Barron. He is our political cartoonist. He's an engineer. He is an entrepreneur. He's a Renaissance man. Where are you, Bill? Hey. So don't miss those 3 sections. You're going to be busy all winter long reading these stories.